and spread the word.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Good Sunday morning, everyone, and welcome once again to Kokomo Municipal Stadium, and also happy Mother's Day. It is Championship Sunday here in the HCAC. It's an elimination game for Rose-Hulman. It's a championship day for Transylvania. If they can win game one, we will not play a game two, and they will hoist a trophy for the 2026 tournament, and they'll also get the automatic bid to the NCAA Division III tournament. College baseball here on HCAC.TV, brought to you in part by Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local hometown John Deere dealer since 1955. 5 central Indiana locations. Reynolds meets all your equipment, parts, and service needs. Boilermaker Local 374, representing skilled workers across Indiana. Discover the Boilermaker advantage with Local 374. Morales Group Staffing, building better futures one story at a time. Let us help you find your next opportunity. Visit Kokomo. No matter what you're looking to explore, Kokomo has something for you. And the Indiana SRN sports page, from the court to the field, Indiana SRN brings it home. Daily information, high school, college, and pro sports. Great to have you with us. Another sunny day. We certainly are looking forward to this, what could be the final game or the final 2 games of this marathon tournament. Troy Dergowski, Chris Schumerth with you once again. I think you guys last night probably had one of the biggest parties I've ever heard of, because I wasn't there, and you go out and eat steak and you do all the things that you do as a group, and I get a call from Keith when I got back to Indianapolis saying, hey, aren't you coming? Now, what's the timing of that all about?
Let me just tell you, Troy, okay? The game ends yesterday, the last game, the final game. Rose-Hulman advances to the championship. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, Troy must have gone to the bathroom. You know, I called Troy. Troy just disappeared. You know, the rest of us are staying in Kokomo. You know, he's got to go all the way back to Indianapolis, you know, the prima donna that he is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we missed you last night for dinner.
I bet you did. I believe that. Like, listen, I was out here faster than this streaker going across the field. Well, we got a good one here today. You know, we've had so many questions coming into this one, simply because Transylvania, this will be just their 3rd game. They get rest again yesterday. They don't have to use their bullpen. They got everybody available. Rose-Hulman on the other side, what is this, game number 6?
Good question. I'll get a count for you.
Yeah, this is game number 6. How in the world are they going to win this game? Now, we probably asked the same thing last night, how they were going to beat Earlham, and they did. But you've had kind of a feeling about them over the last couple of days. They've got a veteran crew. They just go out there and do their job, and they found a way to win as well. And they might do it again today.
Yeah, I wouldn't count them out. They're going to fight, that's for sure. And I do like this group, this team. If this were a sports movie, we know who would win. We've had two teams this week, a lot of action, a lot of interesting stuff has happened. Two teams have definitely stood out above the rest. Transylvania has been the best team in this tournament, hasn't been close. Rose-Hulman has been the most interesting, the most exciting team in this tournament. They keep squeaking out these late game, close games. So again, if this were a sports movie, we know who would win. This isn't a sports movie, this is real life, but I do expect that they'll go down fighting.
Here's how the last game went, and it was all Transylvania. In fact, Rose-Hulman managed just 3 hits. They weren't even in the ball game. Does that play in a favor for Transylvania, knowing, listen, we kind of made a statement the last time, and we plan on making another one again here today? And because let's face it, Transy does not want a second game. We talked about this before. You don't want to give Rose-Hulman another chance if you can avoid it.
So I think that would matter if Earlham had won yesterday against Rose-Hulman, and Earlham would be facing Transylvania. Earlham would be remembering the way that they lost against Transylvania a couple nights ago. This Rose-Hulman team has won 3 games since getting 10-run ruled by Transylvania on Thursday. I think that game is long in their it is buried deep in their memory. They're not thinking about that. They're thinking about how they're a team of fate and that they're going to win this thing.
Well, let's talk about the 4 games that these two teams have played against each other this year. Transy's won 3. They have pretty much dominated the 4 games other than the one they lost, and it was actually a close game. Transy has outscored Rose-Hulman in the 4 games 32-15. If my mathematics are correct, that's a 2-1 margin. So it isn't like they haven't had their number this year. So certainly you look at it on paper, Transylvania's favored in this one.
Well, and not only just that, I mean, Transylvania's got a better squad. That's true. But also, because Rose-Hulman has played so much in the last 3 days, their pitching is really whittled down the options that they have today. And even if they were to find a way to squeak through this first game, they would have to come up with another 9 innings. Their starter in this one on the mound started and pitched 4+ innings 2 days ago.
Yeah. Well, and he's going to be back today. How can he respond against a lineup that's the best hitting lineup, and they're hitting well in this tournament? What's he going to have to do today to get through here?
Well, and as we've talked about for a number of teams in this tournament when they've had to do this pitch by committee thing, I think when you're talking about Druger, you don't hope that he goes 7 or 8. I mean, yeah, that's just not real. What they need is for him to hand the ball to the next guy 3-4 innings in, and it still very much be a game that's within reach.
And yet Rose-Hulman used their bullpen again yesterday, and they got good action out of their bullpen, and you got to be very impressed with what they are able to pull off.
You have to think that Tyler Orr, who gets the win yesterday against Earlham, can't be very available today. I'm not going to say they won't use them, okay, if they need to sneak them in for 2 outs or something like that, but he can't be very available.
Well, there's going to be a lot of moving parts in this one for sure, and I'm excited to see how this is going to turn out. Transylvania, by the way, they were here yesterday waiting to see if they would play. They actually stayed in practice last night, got some BP
I saw that.
So it isn't like they just went back to the hotel and laid around. They were ready, want to stay focused for today.
Well, and you have to think from a coaching standpoint, they've been playing the waiting game, not just yesterday night when they thought they might be able to play last night, but for 3 days, because they're the team that's played the least in this tournament, but they still had to show up and be ready to go on Thursday. So that's a lot of sitting around and waiting, and so you want your guys to be fresh and loose and running around and not just sitting around in a hotel.
It is time for today's national anthem on this Mother's Day.
At this time, we ask you to please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
starting pitcher today for the Pioneers. And I'll be interested to see. He's had plenty of rest for sure. He's the number 2 on the staff, but he's only made 3 starts all season long. This year, 40 2/3 innings, 30 hits, 15 runs, 15 earned, 44 strikeouts, and 22 walks. He is 1-0 this year with an ERA of 3.32, and opposing teams hitting him at 207. That tells me that they're going to gamble with him, because if they have to go to the second game, they'll have Drew Bowles available, and that guy can just simply pitch the game like nobody else in this conference.
Yeah, and with Craig, I think, their situation is so different from Rose-Hulman's. If they can get away with it, Craig will go as long as he can go.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they got everybody available, and so they have, speaking of Transylvania, as Chris had mentioned, they do have the advantage because they've got all those arms in the bullpen, and they've got plenty of them, and they are, I think, chomping at the bit to win this first game, get on that bus, take that trophy back to Transylvania, then wait till later today and find out what their fate will be in the NCAA tournament. So we're ready to go. Beautiful day, sunshine, and Mother's Day. It's all coming together for a championship here on Sunday. Inning number 1 brought to you by Subway Catering. This all started on Thursday. Rose-Hulman and Franklin. Remember, that was a 3-hour and 38-minute marathon, and Rose-Hulman ended up winning it, and how apropos that they're here today playing for a championship, and just don't want to take anything away from them, though. They're going to cause some issues today, I'm sure.
What word did you just use?
Apropos.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty good, huh?
Coming out fighting.
Yes.
This morning.
Well, we're expecting ambiance from Noah again today, a little cachet. We're going to get them all out early.
He didn't have to pitch yesterday, so he should have plenty of energy over there.
I got him two souvenir baseballs today. One rain-soaked, and the other one is fresh for his fastball. I was a little shocked as I walked in here this morning. My energy drink was gone. He spilled my Coke, but I'm not sure where the energy drink went, but he claims he didn't take it.
Let me teach you something about just basic food etiquette, Troy. Okay, so if you have a drink and you leave it kind of mid-drink today, you probably don't want to come back to it tomorrow.
No? There's a swing and a miss.
Something about Craig, by the way. He did mostly work out of the bullpen this season, so only 3 starts. This is his 4th start of the season. That is a little bit odd, given that they haven't played this much this week. It also speaks to how much they trust him.
Quickly 0-2 now to Jackson Summers, and got him looking on 3 pitches. Summers now 0 for 4 against Transy pitching in this tournament. Here's Pipkins.
And Summers, they needed a little bit more effort from him on that opening at bat. Craig looked good there. Those are good pitches, but let's get the bat off the shoulder. It's time to play.
Pitch outside 1-0. Pipkins went 0 for 3 in game 1 in the tournament against the Pioneers. Currently hitting at .376. There's a called strike.
We noticed yesterday that they shifted their batting order. They moved Pipkins from 3 to 2. They did a little bit of righty-lefty to start their order. Looks like they're going back to it today. Interesting to note that late in the game yesterday, Takahashi came in to pinch run. He is back in the lineup today, but he's toward the bottom of the order. He has been hitting in that 2-hole.
The wind and the pitch by Craig, lifted high in the air and foul. We'll stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. In the tournament, Rose-Hulman beat Franklin 15-9. They lost to Transy 11-1 in 7. They beat Anderson 7-3. That pitch a little low and outside. They beat Hanover 9-5, and then in dramatic form last night, they went toe-to-toe with Earlham, the number 1 seed, eventually winning in the 9th inning 10-9. Break-even pitch, reaching out and fouling it away. We'll stay at 2-2.
You know, Troy, as we get going here, I want to say something about my mother. This will be a good indication of who she was, but who she is. So we often meet in Kokomo on Mother's Day. That's halfway in between where I live and where my parents live. I'll come back to this after the pitch.
Break-even pitch once again, high in the air to left field. Ford, a few steps back, makes the catch 2 away.
Between my siblings and me, I'm sure my mother saw more baseball games than she ever hoped to in her entire life. But there was a season in which I was playing on my brother's team. My brother was not getting the amount of playing time that my mother felt like he should be getting. And so as a result, she ran for the Little League board and won, and that's how she decided to assert her influence on the situation.
Good for her. There's a strike to Rasmussen.
So happy Mother's Day.
Exactly. Mothers all over the world spend a lot of time watching their kids in sports. Down the line and drifting foul.
Driving them all over the place.
And at the same time taking care of all the other things.
Bringing oranges.
Yep, that's right. Snacks. Drinks. Yelling at officials.
Yes, my mother did a little bit of that too.
Mason hitting at 279. This one hit up the middle, base hit.
That reminds me, I'll tell one more baseball story for my mother.
Okay.
She was giving a particular umpire a hard time, and he was a family friend. And at a certain point, he got pretty tired of it, so he just stopped the game for a moment. He turned around. He had his mask in his hand, and he said, "Do you want to do it?" And that shut her up for the rest of the game.
So I take it she didn't do it.
She did not take him up on the offer.
Connor O'Connell, 321 on the year, steps in with a runner at first, and the pitch is a called strike. You know, really, most umpires should do that. You guys want it?
Offer it, yes.
And the first one who says anything, you're going to come down and do it, whether you want to or not. The 0-1. Ground ball to the second baseman, Shiratori. That'll do it. Rose-Hulman, top of the first, no score.
This is the hotel breakfast.
It looked different online.
Do you children like eggs? Here, they make your bones grow.
It'll be fine. It's gonna be fine.
All right, guys. Look alive.
Is it fine, Daryl?
I'm starving.
When free hot breakfast can make or break your day, it matters where you stay.
Go get him.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Every day when I walk into a classroom, I feel blessed and privileged to teach something I love, film.
I hope so. Hope it ranks up there for you.
My name is Jack Luger. I teach cinema and media arts at Anderson University.
Set design and just the whole aesthetic. Something pushes your main character out into an area.
As a former writer in Hollywood, I realize how important storytelling is, and I work to nurture that skill set in our cinema majors. Production aspects are important, but I really want our students to learn how to recognize and tell good stories. I try to practice what I preach. I've told my students many times that if they want to direct movies, the best way forward is to go out and make a movie. I don't ask them to do anything that I'm not willing to do myself, so I wrote and directed a project of my own.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first screening, really.
The film, titled Hellcat, premiered at the Heartland International Film Festival.
Not only am I did I miss the big steak dinner, you guys. Oh, welcome back. I was about ready to mention, as you see Druger warming up, I was going to mention that not only did I miss the huge party steak dinner you guys had last night with the entire crew, but then I find out today I'm missing another dinner, the Mother's Day dinner, with my family, because, wow. Yeah, it wasn't the entire crew because I wasn't there. I really felt you guys should have sacrificed and just went to, like, White Castle.
I'm trying to find the text thread where you and me and Nathaniel are talking very specifically about what we're going to do for the steak dinner last night before you just like bolted out of here before the game was even over. I had to finish the game by myself. That's how quick you were out of here.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I wanted you guys to feel bad for me now because I missed you.
I know.
You're
Just rolling up playing the victim.
Here is Caden Ford. By the way, Druger, 10th start, 52 and 2/3 innings, 61 hits, 25 runs, 24 earned, 41 strikeouts, 10 walks, 6-3 on the year with an ERA of 4.10. Caden Ford fouling that pitch away. Still looking for that, Fred?
Yes.
Okay. By the way, Ford hitting at 372.
I may not watch this inning.
Ground ball to Smith. Here's one away. Seiya Shiratori. So you guys don't feel a bit bad for me is what you're saying.
Correct.
Okay.
As I recall, you wanted the game to be played last night. So the fact that Rose-Hulman won yesterday definitely flustered you,
You
Troy.
did. I don't like them at all. Shiratori at 366. In fact, they owe me a steak dinner is what they owe me. The pitch on the way is a called strike. Second day in a row we have beautiful weather here in Kokomo. The pitch. 2 balls and a strike. Middle of the lineup coming up for Transy. They've won 4 straight, counting the end of the regular season and the tournament. Pitch outside. And as we said before, they came into this tournament the number 2 seed, but they kind of felt they were the number 1 seed in a lot of ways. They were co-champions with Earlham. And it's outside ball 4, and now get ready because the track meet may start. They love to run.
Lead the conference in stolen bases, and we noticed in that game the other night immediately that they were going to back that up.
And Shiratori is an excellent base stealer, and he's very deceptive. You really never know when he's going to take off. Ethan Dillon, 379, 11 home runs on the year, and the pitch is a little bit low and outside for a ball. And you got to be careful. If you're Druger, your concentration is not only the base runner, but a very dangerous hitter. 2-0. Dillon has 43 RBI. The stretch and the 2-0 pitch called strike. Dillon that time taking all the way. Rasmussen behind the plate. Erickson is at first. Smith at second. Hines at short. O'Connell at third. Takahashi, Summers, and Pipkins from left to right in the outfield for the Fighting Engineers. Two balls and one strike. The pitch by Druger, 3-1. Now, you and I talked about this all tournament long. You cannot continually fall behind hitters. You're going to get in trouble. Got to find a way here to get in rhythm to get Dillon. And he missed it. Back-to-back walks. Chris Hediger will step to the plate. 353, 7 home runs, 38 runs driven in, and Transy trying to make a statement in the bottom of the first inning. During the regular season, they won 3 of 4, as we mentioned. The last 3 games that they played against Rose-Hulman, They have scored 29 runs. Pitches outside.
Hedinger the other night against Rose-Hulman was 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored and a triple.
Right now they're going to be pretty disciplined as we have time called. Just gave a warning to Rose-Hulman. You could hear him say, we're not going to talk about balls and strikes all day.
Wasn't a formal warning, but he was basically saying, look, we're not going to have this argument all game.
Love hearing that. The stretch by Druger and the pitch. That's a ball.
It's kind of an umpire thing in general. Like, we don't argue balls and strikes.
Right. The stretch by Druger and the pitch on the way, and that's 3-0. Watkins on deck. Well, I can tell you right now, there may have been a couple of close ones, but Druger has not been close on most.
He's missing.
Yeah.
And again, he started the game and pitched 4+ innings 2 days ago.
The stretch and the pitch. There's the strike. I remember one time I was an assistant coach in basketball. We had a referee right next to me, and I said to my head coach, boy, they're missing a lot of calls and stuff, and I got teed. And I was trying to claim, I wasn't talking to you. Of course I was, but.
Yeah, you were saying it to someone next to you so that they could hear
it.
Yeah. I'm very familiar with the.
But I was claiming complete innocence, and you heard that from the Rose-Hulman. We weren't talking about that. No.
And basketball officials in general, they love teeing up assistant coaches.
Oh, yeah. He'll shut you up really fast. So the head
very
coach.
Short leash for assistant coaches.
The payoff pitch on the way. Runners take off, and it's high and outside. It'll be ball 4. And now the bases are loaded. 3 straight walks for Druger. Here's Watkins. By the way, not only did I get the technical, I got a chewing out from the head coach.
As you deserved.
I deserved it.
Who is the head coach?
Oh, my gosh. That's 26 years ago. I forget what her name is. I'll remember it by the end of the day when we're all home. But she didn't care for that too much. Well, will Walks come back and get Druger here in the first inning?
So there's a couple things I think could be going on. One is maybe he legitimately already feels tired, which would be a real problem for Rose-Hulman. I think maybe the more likely scenario here is that Druger's just trying to be too careful.
Yeah.
Look, we put you on the mound for the championship game because you're the guy that we trust in this moment.
Yeah.
If we're going to lose, let's lose because they crushed a double into the gap.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Instead of giving him freebies.
Yeah.
Trevor Watkins, 316 on the year, couple of home runs and 22 runs driven in. The pitching coach coming out to talk with Druger. So the umpire had to come out and get him broken up so we could continue play. 1 away here in the bottom of the first inning. The pitch. Called strike.
Even now, they're a double play away from just going back to hit.
Yeah. Chance for the Pioneers to get out in front on this championship Sunday. Throw to first. They got him. Great move by Druger. They will pick off Hedinger. And that changes the complexion very quickly.
That was a nice job, too, by Erickson because he wasn't exactly on the base. It was a back pick. You see it there.
Let me ask you, did they talk about that when they were out there?
I don't think they talked about it when the pitcher or when they were having the discussion on the mound, but I do think they probably signaled it.
Okay.
That was a planned play, yes.
So now can Watkins still deliver here for the Pioneers? 2 away. Druger trying to get out of a jam still. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hit foul. Amazing how one play like that can change the dynamic of what is happening.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Man. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now you're 1 strike away from getting out of this, what could have been a terrible jam. If I was Keith Myers, I'd have fallen over in my seat. The other day, was it true that he had glass and net in front of him and he still ducked and ran to the lobby?
Well, I wasn't there.
That's what I heard.
But I will say I went over there after I gave up on finding you after the game. And, man, do they have a sweet setup over there.
Yeah.
I mean, they were on the ground floor with glass in front. Oh, what a good view. And what a nice job they've done over there with that softball field.
I've only seen pictures, but wow. That's got to be the best softball complex for a high school and maybe the country. The 2-2 pitch on the way is outside 3-2, and it was outside.
Now it's the fans who are
they're not happy
doing the communication with the umpires.
Watkins, Druger. The 3-2 pitch. High in the air, and they're going to get out of this one. Summers, shallow center, squeezes it. Transy misses an opportunity. We head to this second inning, no score.
Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
Sort of world famous, at least Berea brooms. When I first saw the broom wall, it was definitely intimidating. Coming in there as a woman, I was scared that I wasn't strong enough, but thankfully I am strong enough. And throughout learning a specific broom, especially within our catalog, it can be really defeating when
Back here in Kokomo, heading to the second inning, brought to you by Oscar Pizza. Is Coach Rosen making his rounds?
Yes. Yes. Stopped in, had a word with the home plate umpire, went out to the third base umpire.
And I would venture to say, and again, the conversation of the home plate umpire is like, hey, I didn't really say anything, yada, yada. And then he goes out to the third base umpire and says, boy, that guy at home plate must be grumpy today because he's not really doing, he's not feeling it. Here's Harms. Jackson hitting at 280, 8 home runs, 43 runs driven in. Rose-Hulman sweating a bullet there in the bottom of the first inning. Pitch inside, ball 1.
Coach Rosen, his background, he's coached at Wash U, had a lot of success there. He coached at Marietta. Those are 2 really good programs.
Ground ball down the line, foul.
So he probably knows a thing or two about, I don't know, working the umpires might be too strong, but he knows the game.
Yeah, those are 2 really, really good baseball programs, and he has come to Terre Haute and made Rose-Hulman a staple each and every year. Here's the 1-1. Grounded to the third baseman, Finn, and there's 1 away. That'll bring up Michael Hines, 358 this year, 4 home runs, 23 runs driven in. Hines, the number 6 hitter, as is the case most of the time for this Fighting Engineers baseball team. The pitch by Craig in there for a strike. Game number 9 of this tournament. and Rose-Hulman's played in most of them. High chopper foul. This year we should have renamed it the Rose-Hulman baseball tournament.
So this is the only place in the order where Coach Rosen has back-to-back right-handers in Harms and then Hines. Everywhere else, it's every other hitter, left and right.
The 0-2 pitch. We'll stay at 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch on the way is hit foul. One ball, 2 strikes. Just outside. Craig thought he had strike 3. The 2-2 pitch. Two balls and 2 strikes. Hines 1 for 2 against Transylvania pitching in this tournament. Pitch stays inside. Didn't get the break he'd hoped for, so a full count now to Hines. Here's the pitch. Grounded third base side foul.
How is your energy level since you fasted last night?
Great. I feel terrific today. I was looking
Sometimes you feel better if you skip a meal or 2.
Yeah, well, apparently so, because I'll be skipping 2 big meals this weekend. Here's the payoff pitch. Another foul ball.
Well, why did your family leave you out of the
because they knew I was coming back here. Hey, let's do it around noon because we know Troy won't be here, so that'll save us a little money.
My family did that to me last weekend. I was like, what are we doing for Mother's Day? They're like, oh, we already did it. I was like, what?
This one lined to right field. That'll fall in for a base hit. Mother's Day a week early?
Well, I think we're going to do a second round of it.
Okay.
Well, I guess it actually depends on the results of this game as well.
So they are Transy fans today. Well, maybe not.
My mother should be used to that, you know?
Yeah. Well, it depends then. As Erickson steps to the plate, do we really like Chris that much we're going to wait?
Exactly.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch. Down the line, foul. You really find how people feel about you, whether they'll wait for you to pay for your meal.
For very, very basic stuff.
Yes. They're looking at the bill going, oh, we can save $25 right here. They can get dessert like you guys did last night, I'm sure. Here's the stretch and the pitch outside.
There were not very many players in yesterday's game between Rose-Hulman and Earlham who was as much of a pain for the other team as Erickson was yesterday.
Yeah. Erickson has yet to get a hit against Transylvania in the tournament in the one game they played, and the pitch is outside. And Craig having a difficult time finding the strike zone. A lot of chatter going on between both dugouts. 2 balls and a strike. Runner takes off. throw down is going to be too high, backed up by Shiratori, and a stolen base for Hines and a team that does not run very much. 3-1 now to Erickson.
You can almost use that as kind of an unexpected advantage in a game like this because you're like, they don't expect us to run, so we're going to find our spots where we're actually going to do it.
Three balls, one strike, one away here in the top of the second. The pitch. 3-2. Yeah, Erickson is seeing the baseball really well. You look at that stolen base, and it's a good thing. I don't know that Shiratori, if he's not there, because Dylan was backing it up really well, so I'm not sure Hines would have been able to get to third. The stretch by Craig and the pitch on the way, missed it inside. Runners at first and second, and he missed badly on that pitch. First walk for Craig, and here's Smith, the hero of the game last night against Earlham in the ninth inning. Connor hitting at 130 on the year with 4 runs driven in, including the game winner, sending the number 1 seed home last night. The stretch by Craig and the pitch popped up and foul. It'll go out of play.
Yeah, we pointed out yesterday, Smith only has 24 at-bats on the season. That's a lot less than his teammates that are in the lineup today. Has to have been some injury situation because he has featured very prominently in this tournament, including that game winner yesterday.
Pitch inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Talking to the Rose-Hulman dugout again, the home plate umpire. There's a called strike. Of the 4 umpires, and I have not been down there to see them up close, I have a feeling this is the youngest of the 4. And so far he has, I think, done a great job taking command of this game early. The stretch by Craig and the pitch. Grounded to the third baseman, Finn. He'll step on third, throw to first, double play. And just like that, the half inning is over. After 1.5, no score.
This is LifeWise Academy. It's a program that teaches Bible-based character education to school students during school hours. Not before school and not after, but during school hours.
So here's how this works. The students will leave this school building, hop on this bus, take a short ride across the street to the church. I can see the steeple from here, have Bible class, hop back on the bus, head back to school. It's that simple.
Go to lifewise.org to find your school.
Hi, I'm Zach Likens.
I'm Ella Zaborowski.
And I'm Darius Spokey, and we're admissions counselors here at Bluffton University. And we're going to show you some of our favorite places on campus.
College Hall, this is where it all began in 1899. It's home to Ramsire Auditorium and the Learning Resource Center, one of 3 student success centers on campus. The other 2, the Writing Center and the Center of Career and Vocation, are right next door in the Musselman Library. Our success centers are a big reason why 98% of our graduates are employed in graduate school or completing long-term service within the first 6 months of graduation.
This is Centennial, where many of your classes will be held. Bluffton has an 11-to-1 student-faculty ratio, which means your class sizes will be small and you'll get to know your professors. Plus, Bluffton has more than 90 minutes.
Welcome back to Kokomo. Calvin Schubert will lead things off here in the bottom of the second. Druger got into trouble with 3 walks in the first inning, but the pickoff of Henninger at first and then got Watkins to fly out, and just like that, the damage was minimized as Schubert comes to the plate hitting .301 on the year, 2 home runs and 34 runs driven in. Transy's averaging over 10 runs per game in this tournament over just 2 games. as we mentioned, for Rose-Hulman, they've been in this tournament, seems like, again, from day one, and they have, as this will be their 6th game, trying to win a championship and get to a 7th game. As Druger set to throw on the pitch, he is a little bit low for a ball.
You know, Transy's energy level seems, to me, down a little bit from where it was the other night. Granted, it was 1 versus 2 when they beat Earlham, but yeah, you can kind of sense that they haven't played baseball in the last 48 hours in the way Rose-Hulman has.
Here was the 1-1 pitch, 2-1. Well, when you play sports, you know, and sometimes you get day after day after day, you need a little bit of a break just to kind of revive those batteries, and I would imagine that has a little bit to do with it today, too.
Yeah, it can go in both directions. Rest is necessary. Consistency is good. You can play too much. You can play too little. Finding that right balance.
3-1 pitch in there for a strike.
Not that either of these two teams has had much of a choice.
That's
Their
right.
situation was what it was.
3 balls, 2 strikes now to Schubert. The pitch. 1 away. Here's Max Finn. Nice way for Druger to come back. He was down in the count at 3-1. And Max Finn will step to the plate, 268 on the year. And so far for Druger, he has yet to give up a base hit to the best hitting team in the league. Fly ball out of play.
Finn the other night against Earlham, 2 for 3, 2 RBI, 1 run.
The 0-1 pitch. That one hit foul, and will quickly go to 0-2. The 0-2 on the way is up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nick Pietromonaco on deck, DHing again here this morning. The pitch, grounded up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. So Max Finn will get the first hit for the Pioneers. They have a man on, and here's Pietromonaco.
Now batting with designated hitter number 1, Nick Pietromonaco.
Nick at 333 on the year, home run and 22 runs driven in. No wind this morning. We had a little bit of wind yesterday, but it's an absolutely perfect day for baseball. The stretch by Druger and the pitch, called strike. And we have seen pretty much from day one after I said, boy, it's going to be hard left and right, and the ball has carried big time. Pitch is low.
We talked about Trancy's desire and penchant to run on the bases. Finn, a little bit of an exception, 6 for 8 on the season. Those numbers are way down from some of his starting teammates.
Doesn't have much of a lead either as Pietromonaco shows bunt. They say he did not offer. I thought he offered on that one, but apparently pulled back in time.
Yeah, that's a situation where I don't love the appeal because I'm not sure that you're going to get a better look at it out there than what the home plate umpire had.
2-2. Well, no indication yet that Max Finn is going to try to steal, so that might have been why you saw Pietromonaco at least attempting to bunt. The 2-2 pitch on the way is low and outside for ball 3. Druger didn't miss by much, but we have a really good vantage point behind home plate, so most of the time we can kind of tell inside outside. Payout pitch on the way, hit to the third baseman O'Connell, on to Smith, the turn not in time. They get the lead runner. 2 away here for Brenton Alcorn.
I don't even think we need that view. You know, we know what a ball and a strike is.
That's right.
From anywhere. just like those players in the dugout that were getting scolded a few minutes ago.
Here is Alcorn. 277 on the year, home run, 29 runs driven in. By the way, our friends over at the softball complex will keep us updated on what's happening there. Once we get a score rolling in, we'll let you know. The 1-0 pitch, called strike. Word has it, according to Nathaniel, which is very, very accurate, when we talked about Keith Myers had, of course, the netting and glass in front of him, and a foul ball came his way. Runner takes off. This one hit well into left field. Takahashi got turned, and he will fall down. Petro Monaco rounding third. He will score, and Alcorn will give Transy the lead 1-0. He'll get credit for the double. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't think Takahashi thought that ball was hit as hard as it was hit.
I agree. Yeah, he just got turned around. Here's Ford. Anyway, according to Nathaniel, Keith did jump under the table at one point. Would have thought we were in Vietnam getting shelled every routine foul ball. Great way to put it, Nathaniel. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Coming off is Druger. Throw to first, and they get him, but a run scores. We will head to the third inning. Transy gets on the board. They lead at 1-0.
The bottom of the second, 1 run with 2 hits, no errors, and 1 run.
Poached egg on avocado toast.
Ew.
Your flash fried porgy over chips.
Ew.
Your fresh main lobster with microgreens.
When the only thing your 8-year-old will eat is waffles.
She's fine. She's fine. Your waffles, milady.
It matters where you stay.
Yum.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Let's hear from Aus, a senior biochemistry major from Syria. At Earlham, students can pursue applied minors like medical humanities to personalize their education and make unique connections between academics and personal interests. These programs also unlock opportunities for students to integrate international travel or co-curricular experiences into their core area of study. Tell us all about it, Aus. Take it away.
Habibi Alex, thanks for the intro. Hi everyone. Growing up, I moved around a lot. I attended 9 different schools across 5 countries. And because of this, diversity in education was important to me. And Earlham College, with this diverse student body and opportunities, did not disappoint. Earlham has many unique programs, like the Applied Minor programs. Through the Applied Minor programs, students get to personalize our education and make direct connections between academic interests and co-curricular activities.
Issei Takahashi will lead things off here in the top of the third inning. 1-0 Transy, Championship Sunday here on HCAC.tv. Takahashi hitting at .312. He's in the number 9 hole today. The pitch is low, ball 1.
Transy bringing their third baseman in, anticipating that Takahashi might be a bunt for a hit candidate.
Popped up left side. Finn, does he have room? No. Count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Takahashi had one of the 3 hits that Rose-Hulman had in that 7-inning, 11-1 loss in Game 2 for the Fighting Engineers. That one slapped foul.
He's hitting .312 with an on-base percentage of right around the 400 range. He did sit out most of that game yesterday. So he came in late and scored the game-winning run as a pinch runner.
That one lifted to center field for a base hit. It's a good start here in the 3rd. That'll bring up Jackson Summers.
Summers was not his best in his first at bat, so
he was not.
Needs to be a little more ready here.
Yeah, 3 pitches and he was done. Fly ball, right field. Schubert there. Takahashi back to first, and Summers has seen only 4 pitches in this game. Here's Pipkins. Still believe my leadoff hitter needs to be a little more patient. Maybe not as patient as he was in his first at bat, but maybe in at bat number 2. Pipkins 0 for 1, flew out to left field. His only time at the plate. The stretch by Craig. And the pitch. Missed outside. High fly ball, right field. Schubert going back on it, will make the catch. The ball not carrying so far today.
Yeah, there was a big difference on that. And if you look out at the flags, it's now blowing in from right field. That was a huge difference in the last couple of days where we've had the wind blowing out.
Mason Rasmussen will step to the plate. We know that Mason is a free swinger. If he sees that pitch he likes, he'll go for it. Singled in the first inning. Hot shot to the second baseman. Shiratori to Alcorn. That'll do it. Quick inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. 1-0 Transy.
I'm Arvind Tapalia. I am Associate Professor of Physics at Franklin College. If you come to my class, you will see me suspending from a rope swing, singing physics songs in class, launching watermelons with giant catapults, lying on a bed of 5,000 nails, and getting struck by a sledgehammer. I teach all my classes at Franklin either using a flipped classroom approach or a project-based learning approach, or some combination of both, because I want my students to get excited about science, not just through lectures, but through hands-on interactive learning. And as a faculty, I feel really encouraged and supported by the college to step outside of the traditional teaching practices and explore and apply more engaging and experiential learning approaches. My enthusiasm sort of naturally translates into a more positive and engaging experience for my students. And I think teaching isn't just about delivery of content. I think it's more about creating an environment where both my students and I can grow together. As Einstein once said, I have no special talents, I'm only passionately curious. And I want my students to embrace that curiosity, whether it's in the classroom or beyond, and be confident in their ability.
Santa Shiratori will lead things off for Transy here in the bottom of the third. See if the middle of the order can get the job done. So far they've had 3 walks between 2, 3, and 4, but they did not score any runs after the bases loaded in the first inning.
Druger has settled down pretty nicely since that shaky start.
First pitch in there for a strike. Shiratori got to third and then headed to the dugout in the first inning. Pitch a little bit outside. Count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch, line to the second baseman. Smith knocks it down and his throw to first, not in time, a collision, and everybody is safe.
Some demonstrative communication down there in the dugout for Rose-Hulman.
Should be a throwing error on Smith after bobbling it, and now we're going to have a discussion between the 4 umpires.
There was a collision there. There was some stuff being said from the dugout, and that's also a situation where sometimes the home plate umpire might have a decent look at where the foot was. So they could be talking about any number of things right now.
Druger was going to try to eavesdrop, but they told him he needed to leave. This is the 3rd time, I think, might be more, that we've had a meeting between 4 umpires to decide if the call was correct, and they say he is safe at first base.
Which is what they said at first.
Yeah. And by the way, unlike softball, there is no instant replay that they can go back and look at it in baseball in the HCAC. Here's Ethan Dillon. But I believe it should be an error on Smith. I haven't seen it put up on the board yet.
Yeah, it's got to be a throwing error.
Yeah. Fans are chirping on both sides. Dillon walked his only time up, and the pitch is low and outside for a ball.
Smith's real error there, though, was actually he was moving back, and he needed to stand his ground. He was anticipating a sharp ground ball, which it was. But yeah, he was kind of on the back of his feet, and he wasn't ready to field that ball cleanly.
Yeah, kind of let that ball play him.
Yes.
2 balls and no strikes. Dillon has that wide open stance. By the way, Transy be a little more careful down there first. They got Henninger picked off in that first inning. It would look like it might be a big inning for the Pioneers. That one hit well into left field. Takahashi back on it. It is now 3-0. Made the mistake with Dillon, and he just hit his 12th home run. And watch this celebration. And that, you talked about energy earlier for Transylvania. They've got energy now.
Yeah, that'll wake them up.
We have another United Nations meeting here between the 4 umpires.
United Nations.
What are we doing here? You're going to meet again. See, okay, I don't mind the meetings, but I think it portrays to the fan like do you guys really know what you're doing and why you're doing it? I just don't think that that is always necessary. Three 0. Here's Hettinger.
Rosen wants to know what it's about.
And he should. Hettinger walked, picked off in the first. So the first big mistake made by Druger, other than the 3 walks he had in that first inning that did not hurt him, the Dillon home run did. Here's the pitch. This one hit well into left center field. Nobody's going to get to this one. And back-to-back home runs by Dillon and Hettinger. And just like that, it's 4-0. And the celebration will begin again. And the energy level has drastically picked up here for the Pioneers. And a visit to the mound. Will they go to the bullpen? I think Druger's done for the day. We'll tell you about the new pitcher coming up next here on HCAC.TV.
Now pitching for Rose-Hulman, number 20, Austin Leonard.
Well, Austin Leonard will be going now for Rose-Hulman. As Druger done after just 2 innings. And back-to-back home runs to Dillon and Hettinger.
Leonard only has 8 appearances on the season.
Well, and this is, again, the situation we've talked about time and time again. It is so difficult to fall into the loser's bracket and then to battle your way back. And you just don't have enough arms. And you could kind of tell, when you looked at Druger, he was, again, shaky early, gave up the run in the second, and then when he got into the 3rd inning, I don't think he had anything left in the gas tank. It was just empty. Austin Leonard, 9th appearance, 9 2/3 innings. He has given up so far 5 hits this year. 9 runs, all earned, with 9 strikeouts, 10 walks, an ERA of 8.38. So I tell you what, he's going to have to really pitch way above those numbers. And he opens up with a ball.
Leonard also plays some in the field. In fact, he's played more in the field this season than he has pitched.
And he'll face Watkins, and a good breaking ball in there for a called strike. Count is even at 1-1. The pitch. Good cut and a foul. Well, you certainly, like you said earlier, it didn't feel like Transylvania had a whole lot of energy going. But, boy, I tell you, you get a couple of back-to-back home runs, that'll change things pretty quick.
Doesn't hurt.
Here's the pitch. Ooh, that breaks that bat. Second time we've seen a broken bat. Hines can't come up with it, and should be another error. We have seen 2 broken bats in this tournament.
And I've never, before this tournament, seen a broken aluminum bat in my life. And I've seen 2 this week.
And especially that it just breaks off at the handle. Second error on the Fighting Engineers. That'll bring up Calvin Schubert.
Question is, what haven't we seen this week?
Everything. Except my steak dinner. Schubert 0 for 1. He struck out in the second. Still no outs here in the third. And that one nearly got him.
I tried to order you some chicken strips, but they wouldn't let me.
I asked last night, Keith Myers, I said, will you guys get me a dessert? And he said no. I mean, you didn't even order dessert.
I did not.
My thought was you would have had a little more sympathy for me today and brought me like a nice.
I told you I tried to get you some chicken strips.
Oh, I don't want chicken strips. I want the dessert. I want to miss a meal. At least I can have something good to eat and think about it while that chocolate is going down. Here is the 1-0 pitch. Bunted in the air and caught by Rasmussen. Yeah, I'll tell you, Schubert's not happy with himself.
And all your whining, I want to throw this out too. The HCAC and Visit Kokomo have done such a good job of treating us, in the press box this week. There was a meal spread out.
Yeah.
You didn't know that because you left like in the middle of the 9th inning.
Yeah. I know. I feel bad about that. By the way, speaking of food, this half inning brought to you by Hacienda Mexican Restaurants.
I'm sure they were open. You could have stopped there on the way back.
I couldn't. I was speeding out of town. The stretch and the pitch jams him, and he was trying to protect that base runner who got a really good jump there at first.
That's actually a good question that we haven't even discussed. How many tickets did you get on the way home?
Only one here, because by the time I got to Indy, the dumb drivers there were driving so slow it took me a long time to get around 465 and onto 70.
How many accidents did you cause on the way home?
3. Get out of the way, Sunday driver. Pitch is outside. I thought, as I was speeding by everybody, they were waving to me. It was the one finger salute that they kept flashing.
Offering you?
Yes. They weren't saying Happy Mother's Day either. This one flying to right field, and Pipkins is there.
That's the same salute we were giving you while we were eating Outback.
I'm kind of surprised you guys didn't take a video of that and send it to me. Here is Pedro Monaco. 4-0. Transy with the lead here in this championship Sunday. Pedro Monaco scored the game's first run. That one chopped toward the third baseman, O'Connell. So Leonard does his job. Back-to-back home runs by Dillon and Hedinger. 3 runs in the half inning. Transy on top 4-0.
At Riskwork, we're Team Indiana through and through, from coaching youth basketball to protecting critical infrastructure. Like our partners at IndianaSRN, we invest in people first. That same grit and leadership on the court drives our work in cybersecurity. We help businesses stay secure, resilient, and ready with no guesswork. If you can trust us to protect the grid, you can surely trust us to protect your Indiana business.
I'm Glennae Meinhardt from the biology department, and I have been working with students on trying to find this really rare insect called Merope tuber, the forceps fly. So we've been on the hunt for this mysterious, weird bug that we don't know much about. Finding the insects has been really tough. A couple of years ago we found a bunch of them at around the same time of the year. It was a county record. It had never been found here before.
What we're thinking right now is that they reside underground, and so it's a lot more difficult for us to catch them. We've been using these, they're called malaise traps. It's like a bunch of mesh nets that are set up that will intercept the insects in their flight path, and then they'll crawl up into a tube of ethanol, which we'll then collect and look through.
And without having the specimens, we can't really answer any of our questions that we have. So what causes them to emerge from the ground? Where are they even living? The immature stages have never been found. Nobody knows how males and females mate.
Now they've outscored them 36-15. We like to keep useless statistics, so I thought I'd throw another one out. Right now in the 4 games that Transylvania's played against Rose-Hulman, they've outscored the Fighting Engineers now 36-15. Here's O'Connell.
Let's make up a statistic for that. What percentage of statistics are completely useless?
98. You know, they used to say a long time ago, and again, metrics is big in baseball now, and everybody, I'm sure, uses them. But I remember when I was growing up, if you had the batting average, the home run, and the RBI, that's about all you really cared about. And they would just say, see the ball, hit the ball. But things have changed.
Well, Connor O'Connell seems like a see the ball, hit the ball type of player.
He is. You know, you like this young man. Just one of those guys, goes about his business. And I know you get some excitement out of him when things happen, but you like the way he plays third. You like the way his demeanor. He's just a good young man.
His play at third base just makes it look so easy.
Yeah.
It's not an easy position to play.
Especially for a guy his size.
Yeah. Had 3 doubles yesterday. Of course, that's when the wind wasn't knocking the ball down when you hit the ball to right field.
That's right.
As we saw with Pipkins a few moments ago.
Yeah, that has changed a lot. 2 balls, 2 strikes. O'Connell 0 for 1 today, grounded at his only time up. This one lined into left field. That's a base hit. Here's Jackson Harms. Harms 0 for 1.
Harms is homered in this tournament.
Has a conversation with Watkins, the catcher. I would imagine, and I caught briefly a little bit in high school.
That tracks. You would be a catcher, I feel like.
Yes, I talk a lot. The stretch and the pitch. But I would imagine there's some really interesting conversations game after game if you're behind the plate.
Oh, yeah. I feel like that's probably where you started your broadcast career.
Yeah, probably is. Especially when the guy was telling me to shut up. Here's the 0-1. That one ripped foul. And, you know, believe it or not, I get told that a lot now to shut up. Especially by my wife.
I can't imagine.
I go home and I'm doing play-by-play when I'm watching TV and it's a commercial on. Here's the stretch. And the pitch.
If your behavior in Kokomo is any indication, you probably miss dinner because you're out working. And then you come back to the house and then you whine and moan about how you missed dinner.
Yeah. Pretty accurate.
I think I'm on her side.
Here's Michael Hines. Hines picked up a base hit in the second. O'Connell, not much of a stolen base threat. That one ripped and fouled. That one just a little bit, huh? Fourth inning brought to you by Hampton Inn of Kokomo, in which Chris last night was in the President's Suite. A balcony overlooking the city of Kokomo.
The Motel 6.
After the meal, you had caviar in the room, and that's where you had your dessert. This one hit into center field. Dillon coming on makes the catch. 2 away. Here's Erickson. You know, I do have to say this and I saw Coach briefly yesterday, is that for all of the pedicure, the manicure, the facial, the massage, he still looked as bad as he ever did. Didn't help him at all. Erickson walked in the second. The pitch. Hit foul. Erickson is another one of those left-handers like Connor O'Connell that are just tough to get out. Imagine for a pitcher, you get a little frustrated because they'll foul balls off left and right. The stretch by Craig. And the pitch. Another one, that one clipping the top of the netting. Sails out of play.
Started over and over. But every time, I showed up again. Not just for me. For my team, my school, my future. This isn't just a game. It's how I rise to new heights.
Sunny Kokomo, great to have you with us. Championship Sunday here on HCAC.TV. Leonard came in the third inning after the back-to-back home runs that gave Transy a 4-0 lead. It's Alcorn, Ford, and Shiratori all due up. The winner of this tournament, again, gets the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. They'll find out later today where they will go and who they will play. That's why we had to start this game as early as we did, because if they play game 2, that's really going to push it to the limit, and the NCAA needs to get all that figured out, travel plans and such.
Well,
Generally,
I know you'd love to do another one today.
Oh, I'd love to. I'm like Ernie Banks, play 2. In fact, to keep in tradition of this tournament, I think we should. But this will be the first time he'll see Leonard. Today. If Transy wins this game, we will remind you we'll hang around for the post-game celebration of the trophy presentation. You and I really won't do much during that. That's pretty much, we want them to have the accolades that they will deserve by winning this tournament, so all the focus will go to them. Pitch is outside for ball, but we got a long way to go. We're not quite there yet.
Transy's perfectly content to work these deep counts and get bases for free.
Pitch is low. Well, and especially knowing that Leonard is struggling right now. Though he had 6. Hey, Tyler, what are you doing today? I know he pitched a lot yesterday and the day before, but come on out. You know, when you think about it, he has pitched in 18 games, 46 innings this season, so it isn't like he's not used to it, but he pitched really well yesterday. The other player was Brad Nardi.
Well, I thought we would see today, and again, maybe he's the plan for the final game if they were to get to another game, but the starter from Thursday's game, one would think would be available.
Is that Liam Richardson?
No, it wasn't Richardson. It was
Judson?
Yes.
Yeah. The stretch by Leonard. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball stays inside. Keep an eye on fourth. Ford, 14 stolen bases. That one off the glove of not only Leonard, but the second baseman, Smith. The throw to first, not in time. They'll score a run.
Now, this is an interesting one. Is that a hit? Is that an error? Because it costs a run to not come up with that line drive.
Yeah.
You still get the out on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't think they're going to give him an error. And here is Dillon. hit that home run in the third inning to got really this thing rolling for Transylvania. One away here in the fourth. And there's no error on the board, so they'll go ahead and call that just a fielder's choice as they get the out down at second base. Shiratori, another one that can steal bases. High fly ball into right field. Pipkins is there, squeezes it for out number 2. So a better result against Dillon this time around. Here is Chris Hedinger. He homered the back-to-back job in the third inning. 5-0 Transy here in the bottom of the fourth inning. The stretch and the pitch, runner takes off. The pitch is in there for a strike, throw down, not in time. So Shiratori with a stolen base, number 21 in the year. So now a chance for Hedinger to drive in another run. That one in the dirt, and nothing Leonard could do, so that'll be a wild pitch. Shiratori onto third. So now base hit scores the 6th run.
Notice the umpire did get rid of the baseball that he initiated the swap
That's right.
for. It's when the pitcher throws one out that he puts it in his pocket.
That's right. Pitch right at the head there of Hedinger. Now 5 runs and 5 hits for Transylvania. The stretch by Leonard. The pitch up high. 3-1.
You have to think that maybe one more walk would be the end of his day.
Yeah, Orr is ready to go, I do believe, in the bullpen, and he missed it badly. Here's Trevor Watkins. Yep, here's the change. So the Fighting Engineers will go back to their bullpen for the second time. We'll tell you who the new pitcher is next here on RHIT.TV.
Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
The Mount didn't just teach me, it changed me. My professors pushed me to think bigger. My mentors led by example, lighting the way. And every step, I leveled up. Now it's my turn to teach, to inspire, to pay it forward. Because every challenge, every late night, every aha moment, every grind has taken me to new heights.
Come out there and expect them to throw 62 pitches again.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get an inning and a half out of them if you're lucky.
Runner takes off, swing and a miss. They will not throw through, as you saw Hedinger kind of hesitate once he got close to second base.
Yeah, they wanted actually to bait a run down there.
Yeah. The stretch by Orr and the pitch inside. The point you make there, 5 innings, right? Yep. Okay. 62 pitches. Take 4 more, and you probably know he would have thrown over 100 pitches if he were starting yesterday.
Yeah.
So that's a lot.
And again, this is his 4th appearance
Fly ball into right field. It's going to fall in for a base hit. 2 runs will score. As the throw is late, it's now 7-0. Watkins with 2 runs driven in. Those, by the way, charged to the last pitcher. Softball game going on. It is scoreless. They play on a Sunday as well. Here's Schubert. 7-0. You kind of figured that the way Rose-Hulman's pitching would be depleted today, there's a strike, that it was just a matter of time before Transy was going to get things going, and they have done so. A run in the second, 3 in the third, 3 more in the fourth. Pitch is outside. One ball and 1 strike. Schubert is 0 for 2 today. Watkins a short lead at first. Here's the pitch, nearly hit him.
So he was 0 for 2 today. He was 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored the other night against Earlham in that 11-4 win.
Popped him up. Shallow left center field. Coming on will be Takahashi. Also Summers. Summers will squeeze it for the final out, but 3 more runs across. We head to the 5th, 7-0 Transy.
This is LifeWise Academy. It's a program that teaches Bible-based character education to public school students during school hours. Not before school and not after, but during school hours.
So here's how this works. The students will leave this school building, hop on this bus, take a short ride across the street to the church. I can see the steeple from here, have Bible class, hop back on the bus, head back to school. It's that simple.
Go to lifewise.org to find your school.
Well, it's a 7-0 ball game as we move to the 5th inning, brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment. Smith, Takahashi, and Summers all due up, and the Fighting Engineers managing so far just 4 hits. They have not found a way to stop Transylvania in the last 3 games. That one ripped into left field, base hit for Smith.
Yeah, at a certain point, you have to start thinking, you know, who's going to want to play them in the NCAA tournament in the first round?
Right.
They're going to be trending in the right direction.
Well, for Transylvania, they've been, bottom line is, at this stage, a machine hitting-wise, and not just hits, key hits in timely situations for sure. Takahashi singled into the 3rd inning.
Last team to beat them was Rose-Hulman on May 1st.
So 9 calendar days since they have even tasted defeat. The 2-0 pitch, 3-0. Now you're telling Craig, don't give anything back here. But again, there's an army of arms ready to go for Transylvania if Craig can't get the job done. And that one misses. So, 2 runners on. Here's Summers.
Well, it has been a trend in this tournament that, you know, you kind of think that Rose is done, and then all of a sudden they have a big inning.
Summers is 0 for 2.
Took 3 straight strikes his first at bat, and then to your point, his second at bat he flew out on the first pitch.
The stretch by Craig. Here's the pitch, hit into center field. Dillon has a beat on it. He'll make the catch. Runner at second will tag. Smith on his way to third. Here's the throw, not in time. So now runners at first and third with 1 away. Summers now 0 for 3, and that'll bring up Pipkins. By the way, there is some movement now in the Transy bullpen. One right-hander, I believe, getting ready just in case. Pipkins has flown out twice. This one hit in the gap. That's going to fall in, and the shutout is out of the books. Runners will advance, and down to second base is Pipkins with a double. 7-1. Here's Mason Rasmussen. So the Fighting Engineers on the board here in the top of the 5th inning. Rasmussen 1 for 2. Singled back in the first inning. And the pitch lifted high in the air to the right side. Hedinger in foul territory, has plenty of room and makes the catch for out number 2. Here's O'Connell. Connor 1 for 2 today, singled in the 4th inning.
Certainly a guy you want to have up in this spot.
Yeah, base hit here might score 2 and make it a whole different game.
And with Harms behind him, you can't really put him on.
The pitch by Craig jammed him, and kind of a half swing there by O'Connell.
Yeah, he was a little too ready to hit there.
The 0-1 pitch.
So far, it looks like Craig's plan with O'Connell is to throw him inside.
Takahashi at third, Pipkins down at second, a run across. 5 hits, actually 6 hits now for Rose-Hulman. That pitch low and outside. Two balls and a strike. That one caught the outside corner for a strike, 2-2. O'Connell looking back at the home plate umpire after that last called strike. So now he'll have to protect deep in the box on the left side. Break-even pitch on the way, grounded toward the second baseman, Shiratori. Makes the easy throw, but a run across here in the 5th, 7-1 Transylvania.
Poached egg on avocado toast.
Ew.
Your flash fried porgy over chips.
Ew.
your fresh main lobster with microgreens.
When the only thing your 8-year-old will eat is waffles.
She's fine. She's fine. Your waffles, milady.
It matters where you stay.
Yum.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Every year, the Econ Senior Seminar class does a project of community outreach, and we kind of have full authority over which group we want to work with for the semester. We wanted to stay local, and we looked at a couple options, and we settled on Town Branch because it's very close to Transy and is going to affect Transy students.
I think the downtown partnerships are very nice because students should be able to see that they're part of a life, and I think when you can literally from the steps of the school see a place or be able to walk to it, it just seems different. And you're oftentimes, I've seen over a decade of doing this, students feel more empowered to work with a group.
So Town Branch Park is a nonprofit organization that's bringing that green space back to downtown.
Tyler Orr back in for another half inning of work. He'll be facing Finn, Petromonaco, and Alcorn here in the bottom of the 5th inning, brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment. Max 1 for 2 today, singled in the 2nd inning. And Orr's first pitch. Line, base hit. And generally we'll say the best pitch you might see in the sequence is the first one. Petromonaco, 7 hits down for Transy. Shenman right here, 0 for 2, the designated hitter in the number 8 spot.
Isn't that a great baseball name?
Isn't it? Reminds me of guys like Rico Petrocelli, used to play for the Boston Red Sox, Carl Yastrzemski. And of course, Troy Derengowski. Here's the stretch. Bunted third base side, charging O'Connell. His only play in a low throw at first, but he got him. Great dig out there by Erickson.
Tyler Orr gets over to third base. You see that?
I didn't. Good for him.
Not the most intuitive move there.
Yeah, I would have been standing there watching.
That's why your name isn't right up there with some of those other ones.
Yastrzemski and Petrocelli, yeah. Here is Brenton Alcorn. Alcorn's been on base twice. Fly ball, right center field. Summers, Pipkins. It'll be Summers tagging at second, and Finn bluffing, going to third. He would have been dead to rights for sure. 2 away. Here's Caden Ford. Ford singled in the 4th inning. You'd mentioned Orr. Now, there's nobody in the bullpen how many innings he will go today, but you got to feel at some point his velocity, though even it's not really high, hey, how much he's going to have left here pretty soon. Pitches outside for a ball, especially depending on how many pitches he will throw. Finn down at second base. Transy see if they can get a run back that they gave up in the last half inning. There's a called strike. Now the 1-1. Up the middle, played perfectly by Hines. That'll do it. Here in the 5th, we head to the 6th inning, 7-1 Transy. By the way, there is Mr. Craig, and I was mentioning to my esteemed colleague to my left that Henry looks a lot in the face like Roger Clemens. Does that matter to you at all?
It doesn't matter to me. Other than I'm like, did you initially see that with the binoculars, or do you see that from here? Do you have like unusually accurate eyesight?
Well, yes. I have 20/20 vision, 20/20 hearing.
It's your thinking that's the problem.
Yeah, that's the hard part. Once you tell me what's going on, it takes me a while to process it. So I might answer you in about 3 hours. Harms will lead things off here in the top of the 6th inning. By the way, yes, it was the binoculars that helped me.
Okay.
I'm probably, 180 feet from him.
Are you a Roger Clemens guy?
I loved Roger Clemens as a pitcher. Now, I don't know if he cheated or not, like everybody claims.
Pretty sure he did.
That's, that word cheating really gets to me because here's the 0-1. Because I've heard this so much about Michigan football that it just doesn't resonate with me anymore.
So you think cheating should be allowed?
Allowed, as long as you get away with it. No balls and 2 strikes.
That is not officially the position of IndianaSRN.
No,
for
or anybody in the press box, yeah. Just mine.
The HCAC does not endorse that perspective.
Yeah, I still believe that baseball over the years, you talk about the cheating side of it. But when you go back, even in the 60s and the 70s, when I was growing up, guys they had so many things going on after a while, you didn't know who was or wasn't cheating off the end of the bat foul. I mean, whether it be something under the cap, something on the belt, something on the glove, or the hitters corking their bats, yeah, so, or that was the pine tar too high on the bat, like George Brett when he got thrown out in that one game, the 0-2. High fly ball. Will it be playable for Finn at the netting? And he made the catch.
That's the best we've seen all weekend of how to do that. So this particular book was much more about Barry Bonds than some of the other names from that time frame. But the book Game of Shadows was a really interesting read, and it really changed my perspective on the steroids era, so to speak. Pretty dirty stuff, really. and if you look at pictures of like early Barry Bonds versus late Barry Bonds, it's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. Well, maybe he just matured late.
Yeah, he went through puberty when he was 38 years old.
Hey, we don't know everything about science. Here's the 1-0. And I was curious how he got bald so fast, too. It just, his hair was gone. But the hair's gone, the muscles got bigger.
People do say, well, everyone was doing it. And there was way too many players doing it, for sure.
Fly ball to right field. Schubert got lost on this one. That's going to fall in.
Be a triple.
Harms rounding second, and he's going to change his mind, and he probably would have gotten there.
Wasn't Harms, but...
Oh, I mean Hines, excuse me.
Yeah, he should have gone to third. There were guys, like Ken Griffey Jr. would be one that was pretty obvious who deliberately chose, I'm not going to do this.
Yeah.
And his career arc showed that. He kind of peaked way before some of his peers, Bonds being one of them. So I don't know. That Sosa McGuire chase, I mean, it was so exciting and fun, but it was like, how many people, I was a child when I was watching that, but how many adults just knew that was just so exaggerated?
Here is Erickson after the double by Hines. Yeah, everybody was in denial, or at least.
For sure, yes.
They were so excited about baseball getting a little bit, because you had the strike not long before that again, and people were turned off. That one hit well into center field. Here's Dillon, 2 away.
And to bring it back to the person who started this discussion, which was Roger Clemens, I wanted to believe that he didn't partake, but man, like, because he was so good in the first place.
Yeah.
And Mons was like that too. It was like,
yeah,
why
they
do you
didn't need
to do it. Yeah.
Here is Smith, singled and scored. The game's only run for Rose-Hulman. Hit well again into left field. Here is Ford, and he'll make the catch, and the inning is over. 7-1 Transylvania.
In today's rapidly evolving energy landscape, compliance is more than just a checklist. It's the foundation of operational reliability, safety, and trust. And here in Indianapolis, we're honored to be at the heart of that mission. We collaborate with asset owners, operators, helping them stay ahead of NERC standards and grid demands. Our electrical engineering and compliance experts provide hands-on support tailored to your fleet. As expectations rise and regulations evolve, you deserve a partner who brings more than just expertise. You need commitment, clarity, and confidence.
Just 10 building mugs.
And we're back once again here in Kokomo. It'll be Shiratori, Dillon, and Hedinger. And Rose-Hulman beginning to run out of time here.
Well, you pointed it out. I mean, they struck the ball well 3 times in that inning, and they got nothing for it. That's the way baseball is sometimes.
Yeah. Shiratori, 0 for 2, has an RBI. He walked back in the first inning. And that pitch in there for a strike. I'm going to say one more thing about the steroid thing, and then I'll move on. Here's the 0-1. And it'll be something that I get accused of, is I can do all these games, come back, get more and more and more, and people want to know, how can you do it if you're not on steroids? Pitch is low and inside.
Who's accusing you of that, Troy?
Oh, I've heard it. I hear rumors in the press box. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Check swing held on by Rasmussen.
I mean, you are, as I have referred to you are kind of a machine in your broadcasting, and that would maybe be an explanation for why you can just talk endlessly for 4 hours to a track meet.
Well, let me point out again.
It has to be a specific type of steroids, though.
Yeah,
the kind that just helps you just like talk more.
Oh, it happens
so
all
like
the time.
In the jaw, get something, get a shot into the jaw.
Base hit for Shiratori, and you know why I do that? Because sometimes you end up with a broadcast partner that all of a sudden is gone. And you look around and you find out later he's been in his car for 45 minutes. Yeah, where did Chris go? He's taking a nap. Here's Ethan Dillon. I have no problem with that at all, though. If you feel the need to take a nap, I say you should. Now, I've worked with other broadcasters.
That should lead to some self-reflection. Like, man, I'm really boring Chris today. He's taking a nap over there.
All you say, Troy, is putting him to sleep. Now, I've worked with other guys, and I won't name them, but one of them we call Coach.
The Hall of Famer?
The Hall of Famer. That is sitting there for a 3-hour baseball broadcast, and I don't hear him the whole time, so I think he's taking a nap.
And that's when he's not hiding under the table.
Yeah.
Like he's in Vietnam.
Exactly.
The foul balls.
Here's the 0-1. 0-2. Sometimes I have to look over and he's still sitting there. Just doesn't say anything for 3 hours. And yet the funny thing is he still gets paid.
I was talking to Nathaniel last night. He's producing over at the – no, he's producing and play-by-playing today.
Oh, he is?
I believe. And he was telling me – I'll give you a chance here.
Chopper to O'Connell, and he drops it. Everybody is safe. That'll be an error on generally a very, very good fielding third baseman.
Yeah, we definitely jinxed him.
Yeah.
He was telling me that while Keith does take some long breaks in the broadcasting, that he probably talked to every single person that was there yesterday.
Yeah.
And that he's as good of a schmoozer as anyone who's ever seen.
That's true.
And that's a life skill, man. I wish
Yeah.
I had that skill.
It certainly is. Pitch is inside to Hedinger. Part of that big 3-run third inning. One ball, no strikes. Orr with runners at first and second, now throws to second, and he almost hit Shiratori and threw it by Smith. Smith had to go behind Shiratori to get that baseball. Transy trying to add to their 7-1 lead. Popped up foul. I like some of the fans that need to stretch their legs, and I went out yesterday where I see two fans out there beyond the 3:48 mark standing on the trail. Pitches up high. It's a beautiful, beautiful ballpark, but when you see it from that vantage point, you get a really different perspective of how nice this place is. I think I'd stand out there too and watch some games.
Sure.
Here's the 2-1. Jams him right back to Orr. He'll wait for Hines. The turn to first. Unable to come up with it. Erickson, runner takes off toward home, and a run will score.
That all started with Orr having difficulty getting the ball out of his glove, and he was intent on throwing the ball to second base, and he did get that guy, but then they try to throw it over for the double play, and it's just way too late at that point.
Now, I'm not sure that maybe Erickson kind of lost sight of who was. Now watch him. He really doesn't react to the baseball.
Yeah, he seemed unaware of the situation as well.
8-1. Here's Watkins. Runner was taking off. Watkins trying to hit behind him. Well, it's going to take a gargantuan effort now for for Rose-Hulman to catch Transy. You're down by 7. You cannot afford to give up any more. Pitch is inside. And there's a right-hander throwing now for Rose-Hulman. I think Orr may be about done today. You made a good point of it earlier, how many pitches he threw yesterday, and he's been pitching all weekend long. This one lined into center field. That'll fall in for a base hit. Running to third and making it easily is Hedinger.
Yeah, I literally went down to the field after the game yesterday and just told Coach Rosen I thought his plan in the game against Earlham was masterful, and I would rarely do something like that if I didn't mean it. And so I say that as a disclaimer, like, they're up 8-1, or they're down 8-1 in this game. They've got to win this one in order to extend it. And the guy that pitched 62 pitches yesterday is out there still throwing. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's tough. Schubert takes the pitch outside. Well, again, it's the emphasis when you, again, regular season emphasis to get that number 1 or number 2 seed, preferably number 1. And don't drop in the loser's bracket because it inevitably will drop you big time. Bunt, first base side, or throws to first. They got him, but a run scores.
And there's another squeeze for the Hall of Famer.
Yeah. We've had 3 today, and he hadn't seen any of them. Here's Max Finn. 9-1 Transy. And they're going to lead this one, at least at this stage, a no-doubter. For me, in the last few years of doing this tournament, Transy has been the most dominant in the games they played. I mean, they have almost averaging 10 runs per game, and they have rolled. They've only given up 6 in this tournament. The pitch off the end of the bat, foul. Finn 1 for 3 today, actually 2 for 3. Had a base hit in the second and a base hit in the 5th inning. Chance to add another. Watkins down at second. The pitch. Outside. We mentioned it earlier for Rose-Hulman. Again, they're the number 3 seed. It wouldn't have been a huge surprise if they did get here. But again, the odds were against them because they had to play so many games to just get to today.
And I wouldn't feel the way that I feel if it was, 4-3 in the 8th and Tyler Orr's out there. But it's 9-1 in the 7th. And I know their options are limited. But they've got somebody over there who's not risking an arm injury because of how much, and they do have someone warming up now.
But it kind of showed you when they brought their second pitcher in, that a young man who had 8 innings pitched all year long, that they were kind of reaching.
Right. But at this point, it doesn't. I mean, it does matter, and I know that that's kind of what Coach Rosen's perspective is like, we haven't given up on this game.
Yeah. I never use the word excuse, and this is on all seriousness. I think you need to use the word factors. There are factors in this game.
Correct.
Hit well. Knocked down by Hines, but everybody is safe. Not much he could do about that one. Finn should be credited with a base hit there. Here's Peter Monaco. People, when they say, well, you can't use excuses and stuff, that really never has flown with me, because coaches will never use excuses, but they also got to know when they examine each pregame, and we did that when you coach, you have to look and see what's available. And I also always thought about, did my players practice well? Did this guy do this or this girl do that? And if they didn't, no throw down to second, then I knew that maybe in the game I wasn't going to be able to use them the way I wanted to. So
we saw this the other night, by the way. If I don't like Orr on the mound right now, I also don't like Transy stealing a base when it's 9-1.
All right. There's a called strike. Two away here in the bottom of the 6th inning, 9-1 Transy. They took the mystery out of this one with a big 3rd and a big 4th. Pitches outside.
Yeah, to your point about, limitations and that kind of thing, no matter what happens in this game, and we talked about this before this game, Rose-Hulman has gotten everything out of this group this week.
Yeah.
And, so if they end up in second, you're disappointed because you want an NCAA bid. You know, you're this close, right? You just got to get over that final hump. But, they have they've been impressive.
They have. And they do it with class. I mean, that win last night over Earlham, nobody expected them to win that game either, because, again, they were limited in some of the things they could do there, too.
Yeah, they manufactured that win in a way that was really, really impressive.
The 2-2 pitch, 3-2.
And that's the part of sports that is metaphorical for life, because it's like you don't always get to walk into a situation with the best cards in your hand.
That's right. Yeah.
You got to play what you have.
And how you react to it is a big determination, too.
Yeah, and it says a lot about who you are.
Yeah.
Am I going to give up in the 2nd inning because I'm throwing a guy that I haven't thrown in a month?
Yeah. Exactly.
Or are we going to get behind them and be good teammates?
3 balls and 2 strikes. Pete Monaco at the plate, trying to add to their 9-1 lead. The breaking ball got him looking. Well, Orr still has it here in the 6th inning, but 2 more runs across. Transy leads it 9-1.
In today's rapidly evolving energy landscape, compliance is more than just a checklist. It's the foundation of operational reliability, safety, and trust. And here in Indianapolis, we're honored to be at the heart of that mission. We collaborate with asset owners, operators, helping them stay ahead of NERC standards and grid demands. Our electrical engineering and compliance experts provide hands-on support tailored to your fleet. As expectations rise and regulations evolve, you deserve a partner who brings more than just expertise. You need commitment, clarity, and confidence.
Back here in Kokomo, great to have you with us here on HCAC.TV as we head to the 7th. Takahashi, Summers, and Pipkins all due up for the Fighting Engineers. 9 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Transylvania. Rose-Hulman, 1 run, 7 hits. They have committed 4 errors today. So now Transylvania, at this stage, only 3 innings away, and they will punch their ticket to the NCAA Division III tournament. I'm sure that bus ride home is certainly going to be a whole lot more fun. That's a long way to go to Lexington from Kokomo. But when you're hauling that trophy back, and then maybe even while you're on the bus, you're going to find out. I think it's a little bit later, but depending if they stop and eat or whatever, they might find out on the bus where they're going to go next week.
And their semester's probably over, so it's a lot to look forward to if you're Transylvania, assuming they're able to finish the job here.
Exactly. 7th inning brought to you by Wheeler Mission. Takahashi singled back in the 3rd. He is 1 for 1 today with a walk. Now, if you're the Fighting Engineers, you got to find a way to get Craig out of there. Swing and a miss. There is a right-hander throwing now for Transylvania, so maybe Craig Dunn after this stands to get the win today. Fly ball into right field. Schubert backs away. Dillon takes over and makes the catch. 1 away. Here's Summers. Summers 0 for 3.
I was just wondering as I was watching him run down to first base how tall Takahashi is. You want to guess?
Well, they list him at what, 5'8"?
5'6".
Well, they list him at 5'6".
Yeah.
Well, they did, basketball, we always inflated those numbers because you always try to do it with their shoes on.
So who knows if he's even 5'6".
And that's okay. Line toward the second baseman. Shiratori, the backhand catch, 2 away.
My senior soccer season, I was listed as 6'2", 178. At the time, I was probably 5'10 and a half, 150.
You know how you got
Thanks,
measured.
Coach.
Yeah, exactly. How I measure myself now is when I'm walking out of a speedway or whatever, they got the height signs up there so you can tell the criminals how tall they are. I'm always 6'5" when I walk out of there. The criminals. Pitches outside.
Well, especially since you've been taking steroids to improve your broadcasting.
I'm getting taller, yeah. I'm not shrinking, I'll tell you that. Here is Pipkins. And the pitch is outside. Don't you ever do that? Don't you ever walk out of a 7-Eleven and just kind of compare?
Now I'm going to look for it.
Yes, you will. And you're going to go like this. You're going to walk up to it and you're going to put your hand up above your head. And see where it ends up. And you'll be taller than you are right now. Then you can go to your doctor.
I'm still in my growth spurt.
True. Your doctor will say, how tall are you? 6'5". That's what 7-Eleven says. Here's the 3-1. Well, they had him played perfectly. Alcorn behind the base. And a bang-bang play, but just in time. A 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the 7th, 9-1 Transy.
During Army basic training, I found out I had 7 herniated discs. Prescription pain medication led me to a heroin addiction. I entered Wheeler's program and learned life on God's terms.
After meeting Greg, I was so impressed, I hired him. When you change that one life, it makes it all worthwhile.
Now, I have a family, house, and a job that I love. At Wheeler, you can have something everlasting.
Hi, my name is Dr. Ruth Myers. I'm the Director of Nursing at Bluffton University. My background is I've been a registered nurse for 19 years. I started my career in oncology, caring for cancer patients, and the most recent 11 years of my career, I've been an advanced practice nurse as a family nurse practitioner in family medicine or internal medicine. Nursing is a great field, lots of opportunity for career growth. You'll have job security, but most of all, you'll have a meaningful career centered on taking care of patients and their families. Bluffton is a great fit for nursing. Here in our accredited program, we train our students to excel in building relationships and also in mentorship. Additionally, learning and serving in a close-knit community is very important to our students here, and we really instill the value of helping each other improve the health of our community and our world. So our students get hands-on experience all 4 years in our nursing program, whether it be clinical observation in that first year, or in subsequent years going out into the community setting where students get to apply what they've learned in the classroom, applying that didactic material in a clinical setting in the surrounding community, which is extremely valuable in providing a baseline broad knowledge about nursing, setting them up for success in their career as nurses in the future. I'd love to chat with you more. You can arrange for a campus visit, and I look forward to meeting you soon. Thank you.
Head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be Brenton Alcorn. Want to thank Diana Hetrick for giving a donation to help us put more student athletes on HCAC.tv. So Diana, we want to thank you for your donation. I know all the players out here and all the players throughout the entire tournament have done so, and they thank you. And you can do so if you'd still like to help by hitting that donate button on our website, and that will help us do even more. It takes a lot of people to put on a tournament like this. It takes a lot of people to even get this broadcast on the air, and we appreciate everything you do, and thank you again, Diana Hetrick. Alcorn doubled back in the 2nd inning. Yes, and Orr's back in for another half inning of work. I would imagine they've asked Tyler, listen, hey, we understand you've pitched a lot of innings. Here's your 3-1. That's a strike. Alcorn tosses the bat. But they probably said, can you go? And I would imagine him being senior.
I'm sure he's volunteering for this. I don't have any doubt that he – and you can see it even as he leaves, after every inning, he's going in like yelling. He seems like the kid who wants the ball.
This one hit well into right field. Pipkins will not get to this one. That one bounces off the fence. Alcorn to second, his 2nd double of the ball game. And Transy has their 11th hit. Here's Caden Ford. But I would imagine as you see, that's going to be it for Orr. But again, gutsy performance by Orr. We'll come back and tell you about the new pitcher for the Fighting Engineers here on HCAC.tv.
During Army basic training, I found out I had 7 herniated discs. Prescription pain medication led me to a heroin addiction. I entered Wheeler's program and learned life on God's terms.
After meeting Greg, I was so impressed, I hired him. When you change that one life, it makes it all worthwhile.
Now, I have a family, house, and a job that I love. At Wheeler, you can have something everlasting.
Hi, my name is Dr. Ruth Myers. I'm the Director of Nursing at Bluffton University. My background is I've been a registered nurse for 19 years. I started my career in oncology, caring for cancer.
Enjoying Mother Nature, that I hadn't seen the sun in so long.
I'll have to call your wife and confirm.
Verify it. Trust but verify. So here's Caden Ford. And the senior Douglas set to throw, and the leadoff hitter shows bunt, takes that one for a strike. Boy, some long hours put together by the staff from all the SIDs and the conference. Bunted third base side, and it'll go foul.
All right, now if you're going to try to get, we're trying to, the way I see it, but also try to understand the perspective of some of these coaches and the decisions they're making, because it's my instinct not to like that bunt there.
Yeah.
Because, again, it's late in the game. But they're also looking forward, right? This is a game situation. We can work on our execution to get that runner over.
Douglas will turn and throw it to second. Yeah, it reminds me in a game that is out of hand in basketball, and you put second, third teamers in, but you still got to coach them up.
Yep. And it used to be more, I think, of a, don't embarrass them by blowing them out more than you need to. Now I feel like I see it all the time where it's like, teams are putting up ungodly numbers, and they're doing it for the reason that I'm just saying. Like, you don't stop working on things just because you're playing in the midst of the blowout.
That's right. Yep. Very true. You should get back into coaching.
Yeah, talk about thankless hours. With no offense to these guys who certainly know what they're doing.
Yeah, it isn't just show up on Friday night, Saturday afternoon, Tuesday night. It's year-round. Runner takes off, throw down to third, and a stolen base there by Alcorn. Now, I'm like you. I don't
like
necessarily agree with that.
Don't like it.
Because that really has nothing to do with strategy or so, but maybe Alcorn took off by himself.
And you're sending, whether you want to be or not, you're sending messages to the other team about how we're going to handle this.
Yeah. Infield comes in as Shiratori has one out. Transy trying to get to double figures in runs again, and that's hit foul.
Now, Rose-Hulman is playing the infield in here, and you think about, well, why? Because there isn't, or actually, is there a 10-run rule in this?
No, I don't think there's in a championship.
Okay, so actually, I don't have an explanation for why the infield would be in, other than maybe what we just saw. If you're going to steal third, then we're going to clip you at home.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The stretch by Douglas and the pitch. Low and inside. Outfield very shallow now for Shiratori. That's hit foul to our right. That too will go out of play. The break-even pitch. Hit to O'Connell at third. And the runner will stay at third, 2 away.
Infield in worked.
Yes, it did. Here's Dillon. By the way, again, when the game is over, we will have the trophy presentation. I am not sure what the situation is naming the all-tournament team. They generally do that. We may stay on for that. So we should have all that information in time by the time we get to the trophy presentation. So
you'll probably be halfway to Indianapolis by that time.
No, I'll be at home by then.
Jerry's giving us instructions for afterwards because he doesn't want Troy leaving early like he did yesterday.
I think you ought to be on the field. You're the one that has experience at that, right? You're the one that gets down there and does that in track and field. You do it very well.
Thank you.
When you're not napping. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Pitch on the way is a chopper toward O'Connell. Backs up on it. The long throw, and he's out at first base. Prevents the run. We head to the 8th. 9-1 Transy.
This is the hotel breakfast.
It looked different online.
Do you children like eggs? Here, they make your bones grow.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. All right, guys. Look alive.
Is it fine, Daryl?
I'm starving.
When free hot breakfast can make or break your day, it matters where you stay.
Go get him.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Earlham is the best college you've never heard of. No, really. We don't have fraternities or sororities. Instead, we have themed community houses built on common interests, like outdoor education. This is our campus museum, home to the world's most complete fossil giant beaver. While you're here, you too can catch giant beaver fever. Every college has clubs, but nothing compares to Dance Alloy's end-of-year dance recital. Or bringing your horse to college with you. Sustainability is an important part of who we are. This is the Free Store. And this is our student-run organic farm. We also have compost collection in all buildings across campus. Earlham is a global community, with students coming from more than 60 countries and 40 states. From Earlham's heart to the heart of London. About 2/3 of our graduates study abroad at least once before graduation. But don't stop there. Every student can dive headfirst into a fully funded internship or research experience up to $5,000. And it'll change your life.
Mason Rasmussen would lead things off here in the 8th inning as the Fighting Engineers down to their final 6 outs. And there's a called strike. One thing Mason rarely does is watch that first pitch go by. 1 for 3 today. Ground ball up the middle. Alcorn showing good range. There's one away. Here's O'Connell.
At the plate for Rose-Hulman, the third baseman, number 35, Connor O'Connell.
By the way, Matthew Furtado has taken over at second base for Rose-Hulman. On the other side, the right fielder now is Parker Mathis. There is a fly ball to center field, base hit by O'Connell. Schubert is done for the day. Also in the ball game in left field is Camden McAtee. So Ford is done for the day. Henry Craig will stay in. There's a foul ball. So again, McAtee in left, Mathis in right for Transylvania. Jackson Harms, 0 for 3 today. The stretch by Craig and the pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman, Finn. They'll get the lead runner. The turn to first not in time. 2 away. And here's Michael Hines. Take that back. It's going to be Furtado. Furtado hitting. Am I missing something here? How can Furtado hit in the place of Hines? Fly ball into left field. McAtee going back on it, and that'll be against the wall. And Furtado down to second base with a 2-out double. Now runners at second and third.
Now batting the first baseman, number 8, Sam Erickson.
Here is Erickson. So Furtado able to come up with the double, hitting in the place of Hines in the number 6 spot. And I believe that's going to be it for Craig. See if they'll make the change right here. That ball nearly got out of here. As a had a good shot of getting out of here as that ball fell short in left field. McAtee gave a good effort in left, as we'll see Craig stay in. He could be on a short leash here, even though the score is at 9-1. They don't want anything for Rose-Hulman to come back in this one. Erickson 0 for 2 today. Ground ball to the second baseman. Shiratori will concede nothing here, so they get the pitch they needed. 2 runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the 8th. 9-1 Transylvania.
Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
I chose Franklin because of the location, the community that I felt from when I visited, and I was also given the opportunity to play on the tennis team here. I've been able to complete 2 internships. I was able to go to Arizona and study under a physical therapist there, and I was able to gain a lot of hands-on healthcare experience. So through that, I felt well prepared when applying to graduate schools. I found my future at Franklin College.
You want more than just a degree. You want a place where professors know your name and small classes become big opportunities. At Franklin College, 100% of first-year full-time students receive financial aid. Choose from over 50 majors with a 12-to-1 student-faculty ratio. Gain real-world experience through internships, research, and digital fluency skills that prepare you for life after graduation. All on a 207-acre campus just 30 minutes from Indianapolis. Find your future at franklincollege.edu.
Douglas back out for the 8th inning, brought to you by Morales Group Staffing. Probably see some changes as we go along here in the last half inning for Transylvania. Well, the mystery taken out of this one in the 3rd and 4th innings.
Leading off for the Pioneers, the first baseman, number 19, Chris Henninger.
Hettinger had a home run back in the 3rd as he stays in the lineup. Chris has scored 3 runs today. And the pitch is outside for a ball. By the way, Henry Craig, I think, is done for the day. He was getting a lot of congratulations when he got that final out. 100 pitches on the day. Blown outside for a ball, 2-0. The pitch, 3-0. That one hit well into left field. Henninger gets number 2 on the day. And another no-doubter.
Yeah, that one was 462 feet.
Thank you.
According to
that was quick.
My diagnosis.
You are good. Boy, they talk about a hitter of the game. It'd be that guy right there. Three home runs on the day. It's now 10-1. In the 2 tournament games, Transylvania has now outscored Rose-Hulman 21-2. Here's Watkins. They have left no doubt about which team was the better team, not just today, but for any team in this tournament. Transylvania certainly came in here like everybody owed him something for sure.
Yeah, I'm feeling they're going to represent the conference very well in the NCAA tournament. You never know who you're going to, who you end up getting matched up against. So you can't guarantee that they're going to win, but I suspect they'll compete very well. And of course, we talked the other night about how Denison over in Ohio is what were they, 38-1? They've probably played a couple more games by now.
They might get them.
But yeah, Manchester did get them last year. Manchester won the HCAC tournament last year and ended up playing Denison.
This one hit to right field. Coming over will be Pipkins. Yeah, you generally get matched up against seeding-wise with somebody within your region. And unfortunately, many times it is a team like Denison.
And Denison is now 40-1. Stunner that no one in their conference has beaten them this week. They did play a 5-3 game against DePaul.
Yeah.
A couple days ago.
Parker Mathis. I'm going to try to keep a little closer to that D3 tournament. I'm going to be curious to see what the pitching looks like in some of these teams. Like Denison, I mean, you got to have good pitching if you're going to lose once. At the end of 6 in the softball tournament, Transy leading Earlham 2-0. Transy trying to do what they did in basketball, sweep the men's and women's championships. They're trying to do the same in softball and baseball. Mathis looking for a hit for the first time. Having fouled away. That would be a walk to Mathis. Why is it that the producer gets something to eat before we do?
Same reason he gets paid more than we do.
Now batting the third baseman, number 14.
Let's clarify that. A lot more than we do. If I had Jerry's money, I'd throw mine away. Here's Max Finn. Here's the pitch. Oh, my, that was a strike. It is now. Hey, when it's 10-1, it's a strike.
That's like when you're umpiring like 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like, that was high. Well, no kidding. Everyone here knows that we need to call those strikes today.
We'll be here forever. And they've got mothers, too, out here, by the way. They need to go see their mothers. Douglas will come set. Here's the pitch, and he hit him.
The best is like the real baseball fan, you know, for like travel ball or whatever. They'll sit right behind you, just like they'll get our view here, so they can let you know that was outside. Yes, it was. Strike.
They really agitate him, huh? See who's going to hit here. It's scheduled to be Pietro Monaco, but that's not Pietro Monaco. He's not quite that big. That'll be Houston Manning.
Number 28, Houston Manning.
I like get the senior in a bat.
Yeah.
Good gesture.
So Houston Manning, 146 on the year, no home runs and 2 RBI. That's what you like about a guy like Houston Manning. Probably knows he's not going to get much PT throughout the year, but he stays with the team. He does all the same thing that everybody else does. Douglas set to throw on the pitch, and guess what? He takes one for the team. He's like, wait a minute. I have a chance to hit, and you hit me. Bases loaded. I think it ought to be the same thing like you and I talked about the other day. I should have the option, if I'm going to take a hit, that I get to determine whether I stay or not. We have a pitching change for Rose-Hulman. We'll tell you about the new pitcher next. HCAC.tv.
This is LifeWise Academy. It's a program that teaches Bible-based character education to public school students during school hours. Not before school and not after, but during school hours.
So here's how this works. The students will leave this school building, hop on this bus, take a short ride across the street to the church. I can see the steeple from here, have Bible class, hop back on the bus, head back to school. It's that simple.
Go to lifewise.org to find your school.
9 is it? We are back once again here in Kokomo. By the way, we just learned a little bit ago that Transylvania softball team beat Earlham. So they win softball. They won both lacrosses. They won both basketballs. They're going to try to win this one, and they're winning. They won golf, I think men's golf, and they're about ready to win women's golf in the conference.
Success is rarely an accident.
Man, no kidding. Their trophy case may need a little reinforcing. Get a carpenter in there and put some 2x4s underneath that thing, because it's going to get heavy. Alcorn at the plate. By the way, Manning is not running down at first base. They put in a pinch runner. McAtee's going to be down there running. I think they should have let Manning stay in the game. He didn't get a fair at bat. He got hit, and then they take him out. I will write a formal.
Did you used to get pinch run for? You seem to have a soft spot for.
No, it's too fast.
And that was before you took steroids.
Yeah, you imagine what it was like after? Here's the stretch and the 2-1 pitch. How is that breadstick right there? It's pretty good.
It was better yesterday.
How's the cookies? Was it better yesterday?
I tried that, yeah.
So you're telling me that it's not fresh the way it should have been. Here's the 3-1.
If you jinxed us by taking a few of your props down from the windows,
yeah,
to help you with names and such, here's how I jinxed you. And Jerry can listen to this too. I texted my family and told them they can start heading this way.
Oh no! Yeah, there you go. Finally, somebody said something against somebody else besides me. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and he misses. Bases loaded. You know, I honestly don't know who's on base or anything right now. I've lost all track of my score sheet. So I'm going to follow this. Here is Camden McAtee. One away here in the 8th inning. So I don't get in trouble with the FCC or whoever else might be watching this broadcast. This broadcast is a copyright production of HCAC.TV and the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference. Any use, reproduction, or distribution of audio or video without the express written permission of those entities is strictly prohibited. Cole Miller pitching now for the Fighting Engineers. Got him looking. 2 away. And that'll bring up Shiratori. In the top of the 9th inning, it'll be 8-9-1 for the Fighting Engineers. Pitch low and inside. 11 runs, 12 hits now for the Pioneers. Despite 9 hits for Rose-Hulman, they've managed just 1 run today.
Couldn't string them together.
No.
And that's so often the key in baseball. Can you get 2, 3, 4 hits in that same inning?
The 1-1 pitch, 2-1. That one hit well, but foul. Three balls and 2 strikes and 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Bases loaded. And got him. We head to the 9th. 11-1, Transy.
Poached egg on avocado toast.
Ew.
Your flash fried porgy over chips.
Ew.
Your fresh Maine lobster with microgreens.
When the only thing your 8-year-old will eat is waffles.
She's fine. She's fine.
Your waffles, milady.
It matters where you stay.
Yum.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
My professional learning community class traveled to Timbercrest, which is a senior living community, and we talked to retired teachers that are actually Manchester University alum.
We had the opportunity to interview Bud Tully, who is a former teacher from here in the community who worked in Manchester schools and in Wabash schools.
One of the things that I took away from the conversation with him was to always try to have fun in your classrooms.
And it really put it into perspective about different ways we can interact with our students as we go into this profession and what ways we can make learning fun.
The person I interviewed said that when you're a teacher, always be prepared for everything. Over-preparing is better than under-preparing. He also said, don't be afraid because you can't change everything. You can at least change one thing, and that's enough. An interesting thing that my interviewee talked about was that she was married when she got here, and she came in as a 41-year-old college student. She originally went to Puerto Rico to teach, and then her and her husband came back here to finish their degrees. She said that it was truly her calling ever since she was like 3 years old.
Some advice that I thought was kind of interesting. He talked a lot about being there and presence with the kids, getting to know them, being more of a friend and a mentor as well.
Luke Patton will go now for Transylvania. It is not a saved situation for the closer. Danny Jasso will go for the Fighting Engineers. 263 in limited action this year, but getting a chance now to play in this tournament. Fly ball into right field. Easy play, one away, and now Rose-Hulman down to their final 2 outs.
For Patton here, this is just an opportunity to stay sharp. Get in a game situation. It's going to be, at least a week before they're playing again, so. And Troy, since we have messed with the mojo of there only being one game today and every other way we possibly could, I want to say, if you're going to call 10 baseball games in 4 days, you're going to spend a lot of time with a person, and you better be having some fun, and I've had a lot of fun.
Oh, I have too. Thank you.
Some good laughs.
Yeah. Well, I have too. I've always told you you're fun to work with. And I know you're just relatively new to this, but keep it up. You're going to be okay. I know you want to be a writer, but I know because you make more money writing, of course.
Yeah, writers are really rich in most instances. That's the way you should tell your kids. If you want to develop a lot of wealth,
be a writer.
Be a writer.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate working with you again, and of course we'll have to wait till football, I guess, before we do it again. Not much unless you're getting into lacrosse now.
Well, we did do a lacrosse game together.
We did, but I haven't seen your name on the schedule.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Keith apparently doesn't believe in my lacrosse broadcasting skills. So.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. We'll talk to him. We'll get him straightened out.
Yeah, there was talk. I know there was talk of you moving on with Transy and working the next round.
Wow, I didn't hear that. Now, if they travel around to Indianapolis, I'd do it. But if they're going anywhere else, I'm not doing it.
I know you love to travel.
That's right.
That's why you were bolting out of here yesterday. Couldn't stand a third night in a row in a hotel room.
No, it really wasn't that. I just like traveling. So I get on the road and travel. So you travel back home. Got him looking. One more. Jackson Summers. Want to thank everybody. Well, I know we may not get the chance. Thank everybody on our staff. Putting in long hours. JR, our producer, all of our guys that were cameras.
Noah really killed it in the last 2 days.
He did. Going to stay tuned for the all tournament and trophy presentation right around the corner. One thing you were talking about having fun, part of it is being serious about what we're doing, but also know that we've got to have a little fun doing it.
Exactly.
Down to their final strike. I would imagine Patton right here is going to come with a blazing fastball. The rally hats are out for Rose-Hulman. Here's the pitch. It was a fastball, but he overthrew it. TJ Pipkins hoping to get one more shot. The pitch. Grounded up the middle. The shortstop bobbles it, throw to first, and we're going to keep playing.
It's the start of the jinx right there.
By the way, we're a correction, since Transy beat Earlham, they have to play again.
I'm sure Nathaniel's thrilled about that.
Yeah, let's find out. We'll finally make, well, I should say we may beat them out of here, huh? One ball, no strikes.
What was that statistic you gave me the other day when they don't indifference?
Indifference?
That couldn't be any more indifferent.
Yeah.
They were just were there.
Yeah, they said, "Are you on base? We didn't see you there." It's fouled away. Pipkins 1 for 4 today, hitting at .376. We'll try to get the reaction from Nathaniel as soon as we can. I know fans are sitting there waiting for that. Runner takes off. Ground ball up the middle, base hit, run scores. Well, they're not done yet, are they? Mason Rasmussen, 11-2, 10 hits now for Rose-Hulman. They only need 9 to tie. Is it possible? Here's the pitch.
And Rose-Hulman, I mean, is certainly glad to receive these gifts, too. It's like, why would we not swipe second and then third and see if we can score another run here?
Now the key is if he gets to third and then he tries to go home.
There's no one covering the base. He should go to third.
Yeah, just go. 1 ball, 1 strike to Rasmussen. He's going to swing the bat. He doesn't stand there very often. Not on a pitch like that, though. Patton trying to finish it out right here, and they will be the HCAC baseball champions. But he missed again. Luke apparently didn't get the memo that it's Mother's Day and that Chris wants to go see his mother. Here's the 3-1. Chopper foul. Are you going to take your mom a souvenir baseball?
I don't think that's what she would want. She probably has plenty of baseballs as well in her home somewhere.
By the way, following the trophy presentation, you can switch over to the softball game to watch their game. Will you say it's 1:35? Yeah, 1:35. So you can watch. That will be the championship game on the softball. So
that's
1:35.
Transy and Earlham, right? Yeah. And so, of course, you know, if you're watching this game because you're interested in Transylvania, I'm sure you're interested in the softball.
Oh, got him looking, and it's over. And the celebration begins. Watching some of the Rose-Hulman players saying something in the coaches to the umpires, but there was no doubt Rasmussen stood there and watched a pretty good pitch go by. And again, it wouldn't have mattered anyway, but you can't watch it and then complain about it. But 11-2 your final, and now the all-tournament team will be announced, and the trophy presentation is coming. I want to remind you again, for you Transy fans or Earlham fans, you can watch the final softball game at 1:35. Well, we got them all in. And as you said earlier, we really saw just about everything.
We sure did. And it's been entertaining.
Again, the only thing left here for Transylvania getting the trophy. The all-tournament team will be announced, and then we'll be closing things out on our end. Once they start all that, we'll be quiet for it and let you enjoy the announcements, and then when the trophy is presented, we'll be done. By the way, we did get an update from Nathaniel. I said, "Are you thrilled?" And he said, "Over the moon." So he's looking forward to it.
He busted out of here early one of these nights, so
he did.
He earned that extra game.
I let him know that we are done, so he really is elated about that too. See the table being set up. Once they get that done, we'll go to our public address announcer. And it will be the last you'll hear of us. Well, no doubt about it, that Transylvania was very, very dominant. They ended up scoring 10+ runs in all 3 games. Their pitching did the job when they had to.
I mean, Transy's been so workmanlike and disciplined in this game, or in this tournament. We've hardly even had that much to say about it. They just played great baseball.
Well, I think they kind of came in with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. Was the number 2 seed. I think they felt they were better than Earlham, despite being the number 2 seed in the tournament. They felt they were the better team, and they proved it. So now we await the announcement of the all-tournament team, and then we will say goodbye. We want again to thank everybody who made this tournament possible and made it comfortable for us as well.
At this time, we would like to draw your attention to the field for our award ceremony. Here to present the awards on behalf of the Heartland League Athletic Conference, Commissioner Jay Jones. At this time, we will recognize the members of the HCAC All-Tournament Team. From Franklin, Chase Wagner. From Anderson, Griffin Wolf. From Hanover, John Gerard. From Earlham, Jackson McFarland. From Earlham, Mitchell Rogan. From Rose-Hulman, Tyler Orr. From Rose-Hulman, Jackson Summers. From Transylvania, Drew Bulls. From Transylvania, Brian Alcorn. And the tournament's most outstanding player from Transylvania, Chris Hedinger. At this time, we would like to recognize the HCAC tournament runner-up. Congratulations to Rose-Hulman on an outstanding season. Congratulations, Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers. And now, your HCAC tournament champion. Congratulations to the Transylvania Pioneers. After winning the HCAC Tournament Championship, Transylvania has earned an automatic bid into the 2026 NCAA Division III Baseball Championship. Congratulations